they're going to be mad. They're going to be mad. The slower ones, as many like to refer to them as, they're going to be angry. Why? Because, well, Sports Illustrated, much to the chagrin of Sheila Johnson, the owner of the Mystics, the Indiana Fever, Caitlin Clark, and the gang is on the WNBA preview issue of Sports Illustrated.
Ooh, that is fire.
And now the reveal for everyone waiting.
Wow. Just beautiful. Beautiful work of art. I love it.
Caitlin Clark just landed the cover of Sports Illustrated repping the Indiana Fever. While somewhere out there, Angel Reese looks like she's about to flip a table like it's the finale of WrestleMania. Someone might want to remind her, this is the WNBA, not reality TV. From glossy magazine covers to headline-worthy meltdowns, we've got it all: drama, tears, and championship-grade shade.so. Are we witnessing the birth of a sports dynasty or just the pettiest beef since 7th grade dodgeball? Either way, grab your popcorn. This saga is messier than a spilled Gatorade at halftime, and Angel Reese seems stuck in full meltdown mode.
And being confident, and just being efficient, and just being able to be myself. And like I was saying, like, not worrying about anything else but me, and just trusting the process. It's not going to happen overnight. Like, don't be expecting me to come down and shoot 6-7 threes a night. Like, obviously that's what I'm working on.
Caitlin Clark, the Indiana Fever's crown jewel and latest franchise power move, has done the unthinkable. She's managed to be both elite on the court and genuinely likable. That's right, two traits that sometimes feel harder to find in the WNBA than a consistently sold-out arena. And now, she's on the cover of Sports Illustrated, not in a swimsuit, not dolled up like some filtered fantasy, but in full game day gear, jersey on, ball in hand, eyes locked in. Pure poise, pure purpose. No gimmicks, no cryptic hashtags about haters. Just raw talent, real confidence, and the kind of authenticity that doesn't need a marketing campaign to feel magnetic. Imagine that, being great at basketball actually landing you a magazine cover. Who knew?
Well, we're talking about America's team, and I can't help but to get all patriotic inside. When we're talking about America's team, I can't help but to feel all red, white, and blue inside the Indiana Fever Grace WNBA Preview 2025 Sports Illustrated.
Meanwhile, Angel Reese is holed up in her corner of the internet like it's a velvet-roped VIP lounge, dripping in designer drama and emotionally accessorized with yet another round of nobody gets me monologues. Her once rowdy fanbase, loyal, loud, and ready to throw digital punches in her defense, is now slowly moonwalking out of the group chat. The vibe: confused, awkward, like they just walked into a full-blown family meltdown at an Applebee's. You know the scene. Someone's aunt crying over mozzarella sticks while the uncle shouts about respect. Yeah, it's giving that kind of energy.
Indiana Fever make the cover of Sports Illustrated, and there's plenty of content that came along.
We, starting this week, a WNBA team on the cover of Sports Illustrated for the first time in a really long time.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Stay tuned for that. Yeah, super excited about that.
Do you know how long it's been?
So a couple years ago, we had a selection of players on the cover, but not just like one team. Like we had Candace Parker and Asia and Sue Bird. Mm-hmm. And then we've had one-off W players as solo covers, but I don't think we have ever had a team just being covered as a team for like, this was an interesting offseason, what happened, what comes next, ever. So I was very excited to get to work on that, and yeah, stay tuned.
Let's not act surprised. This was inevitable. The moment Caitlin Clark's face hit the cover of Sports Illustrated, the entire women's basketball universe shifted like tectonic plates in the middle of a PR earthquake. Reports say Angel Reese started sighing with such dramatic frequency that meteorologists had to recalibrate their equipment. Local weather didn't stand a chance. 1 minute it's clear skies, the next it's raining shade in the form of Instagram captions packed with cryptic song lyrics, passive-aggressive emojis, and enough all-caps rage to justify a federal investigation into the current state of the vibes.
Team, that's right. A lot of reaction coming in. Let's just take a look at the cover right here. Kelsey, Aaliyah, Caitlin, DeWanna Bonner. It's an awesome cover. It really is. I'm not going to even kid you. It's an awesome cover, and there's a lot of reaction to this that's floating in right now from fans, as you can expect. And the WNBA did, to their credit, actually share this, because with them, you never know. They've done what I think has been a better job of propping up their biggest star and showcasing their biggest star. Man, there's going to be a lot of hate on this. There's going to be a lot of mad mother effers out there, and I am here for it. I am here for it. Right here.
See, Angel Reese was promised a narrative. She was sold the dream, main character energy, star treatment, the kind of media coverage that crowns you the WNBA's Beyoncé. But then Caitlin Clark showed up, polite, precise, casually dropping 30-point games like she's just keeping warm. And suddenly, the whole storyline flipped like a bad pancake. Now, instead of headlines shouting Reese runs the league, we're getting Clark changes the game. And somewhere off camera, Angel's probably tweaking the font on her next post, trying to make this as injustice pop in cursive. There's something almost poetic about it. Caitlin Clark just plays basketball. No theatrics, just buckets, and somehow ends up everywhere. Meanwhile, Angel Reese looks like she's taken on a second career as the WNBA's unofficial public relations nemesis. One is building a legacy with threes and dimes. The other's collecting microphones like they're exclusive Jordans.
Clark Kent, the big four for the Indiana Fever. Fever Dream. There's much more to the W's most watched team than the Caitlin Clark show. We're not even going to get into the headline. I'm not going to take off my glasses, raise the people's eyebrow, put back on the people's glass. We're not even going to do that. We're not even going to do that. Salute to the Indiana Fever, and salute to the Indiana Fever front office for launching.
Let's talk about that Sports Illustrated cover for a second. It wasn't just a photo, it was a statement. Caitlin Clark stood there like she'd casually reversed the gravitational pull of women's sports. And the headline? It didn't need to shout. It simply whispered, "This is what happens when you back it up with talent." No pout. No 5-part docuseries about being misunderstood. Just excellence, clean, poised, and impossible to ignore. Meanwhile, if you listen closely, you can probably hear another smoke detector blaring from inside Angel Reese's PR department. Because let's be honest, nobody throws a media tantrum quite like Angel. Her post-game interviews have more plot twists than a Shonda Rhimes pilot. 1 second, she's just here for the team. And the next, she's delivering a monologue that sounds like she just got cut from America's Got Talent and took it very personally. To be fair, she's nothing if not consistent. And if consistency were a WNBA stat, Angel would be leading the league in off-court dramatics and side-eye per 36 minutes.
The latest issue of Sports Illustrated is out, and the Indiana Fever are gracing its cover, saying there is much more to the W's most watched team than the Caitlin Clark show. I kind of love that they included DeWanna Bonner in this cover because she is an integral member of the team, and about a month ago there was a video going around that Kelsey Mitchell had posted, just some random video of all of them in their red, rebel red uniform, and everyone on social media was like, what is going on? Did they get new uniforms? And you could tell that they were at a park, and it ends up that they were shooting the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Of course, Angel Reese's fans are out here doing Cirque du Soleil level mental gymnastics, swearing the real reason she's not on the Sports Illustrated cover is media bias. You know, the ever-elusive boogeyman that only seems to show up when someone doesn't get their way. Because clearly, Caitlin Clark didn't land the cover through talent or stats. Nope. Must be a conspiracy. Quick, someone call Scooby-Doo. We've got ourselves a mystery. You know what's not a mystery? Clark dropping numbers that could power an entire analytics department. She pulls up from 30 feet like she's placing a mobile coffee order. Her passes, so sharp they could slice ice. Her court vision? It's basically Google Maps while everyone else is stuck asking gas station clerks for directions. She plays with that lethal mix of confidence and humility, the kind that says, I'll break your ankles and then apologize for the inconvenience. Meanwhile, Angel's brand strategy feels straight out of a Real Housewives reunion special. There's drama. There's tears. There's the occasional thrown object, metaphorically, we hope. And of course, there's always a heartfelt you don't know what I've been through subplot. It's giving reality TV energy, and not the Emmy-winning kind.
The Indiana Fever will be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I believe it's out. I'm actually going to run over to the local Barnes & Noble here in a little bit and see if I can get a copy if it's still there. They actually still make magazines, I believe. But anyway, as you can see, the Sports Illustrated WNBA preview issue, very cool cover, I have to say. Very cool cover. I know that you're going to get people to be like, well, why is it just those four? Where's Sophie Cunningham? And on and on. You know the thing. But it's a cool cover. Okay? The more people you have, the smaller they get on that. I got to say, for the WNBA preview, when you're talking about the Indiana Fever, I'm glad that it's not just Caitlin Clark. I think this was a smart decision, actually, by Sports Illustrated, which has been was an iconic, incredible magazine for